曾几何时，多少人把拿到一张海外绿卡当成人生巅峰，觉得出了国连空气都是甜的。但是今天，我要给你们看点真实的。这帮在多伦多、在澳洲、在美国待了10几20年的海外华人，最近回了一趟国。结果呢，他们没有找到优越感，反而被祖国的发展来了一波实打实的降维打击。有人直呼回北美是全方位降级，有人填签证表填到心态崩塌。他们到底经历了什么？让我们来看一看。
I just landed from a 15-hour flight. I'm literally so tired. But one thing that makes me feel like, I just know that I am in China is when the hotel brings me house slippers. They knew. It matches my Johns Hopkins shirt. Oh, here we go. Life is beautiful. Life problem solved.
Shopping, and all of a sudden I see a zip line above me. I'm like, what is this?
What's really interesting again is that they don't refrigerate their eggs. Like, these eggs are just out and about chilling, you know? And also they're selling them in batches of 20, which is kind of crazy. I think this one is 30. Whoa, look at the sushi. Yo, guys. But see, like this looks straight out of just like a TV show. That's insane. Oh my god. And how much is 35 renminbi? So one box is like $5. It's pretty good. Oh, look at the flowers. Oh my gosh, these flowers are so pretty. Oh my god. There's the jackfruit, guys. I've been trying to find this for so long. At this. It is so fresh. I can smell it from here. Smells divine. I'm getting some. Look how big these blueberries are. This is the size of my thumb. Oh my goodness. I kind of want it. Maybe I'll boil apples with my grandma. There's Napa cabbage over here. Oh, it's baby too. Wait, that's so cute. They have the baby Napa cabbage. They have the pork belly. Y'all, do you see this? Whoa. Look at this guy. That's huge. That's the size of my hand. No, it's bigger than my hand. Oh my god. This is the pork trotters. So there's like freshly cooked stuff here. And then you could just have lunch. That's so nice. They have like some rotisserie chickens over here. I'm kind of tempted. I'm not gonna lie. It looks so good, but I just finished lunch. So here are all the pastries. I kind of want like something a little traditional, so I think I'm gonna do this one. They have these little cows on it, and it's kind of tempting me, I'm not gonna lie, so I'm gonna get... Oh my god, guys, they have the egg tarts! And their crust, oh, I've never seen anything like this before. Oh, I love that. I fear I bought it. I can't say no. Do all grocery stores in China literally have a grocery store delivery zip line to get you your groceries? So get this, I'm literally visiting my 95, 96-year-old grandma and grandpa, and I was just buying some stuff. Okay, I've done this before, and I was buying these cakes, and all of a sudden, by the bread, I see this Instacart like equivalent delivery man. And I'm like, where is he going? So I just kind of followed him like a stalker, and lo and behold, I see him put the groceries on a zip line, and then it just takes it to the car where you can get your groceries delivered within an hour. Isn't this so efficient? This zipline literally runs through the entire grocery store. It was just such a big surprise to me, guys. I was so confused. I'm like, can someone tell me what is going on? Like, what? But if you're wondering, my grandma loved the flower. She loved seeing me, okay? Making my 95-year-old grandmother happy is what's important. She loved the groceries, guys.
And cook, everything in China was so convenient. Give me back the $8 premium DDs, my Taobao orders, and honestly, I don't think I will ever recover from seeing how far my money can go in Asia. You get what you pay for. You don't have to deal with this insane weather. I have not even been in Toronto for 24 hours, and I'm already thinking about when I'm going back to China.
I am in rural China right now visiting my grandparents, and I just can't even believe that this is rural China, because look at the way these houses are built. Like, it feels more suburbia to me. The streets and everything is just so modern, and look at my grandpa just chilling. You know, he's 96 years old, in such great shape. This is my grandma, a queen.
After a week's visit at home, I'm going back. This is approaching Hangzhou. So seeing all these buildings, I know that in some people's mind there will be like ghost city, because ironically that term was just so popular. Like, Chinese would laugh, like, if knowing that how much, like, US media talk about Ghost City, because nobody even knows such a city, right? People just live inside this kind of building, or we all have friends live inside this kind of building. Nobody even think of Ghost City. Maybe somewhere, like for 1 month, there's a couple building vacated, and whatever journalist in the US just wrote about Ghost City, and voila, that's what you know about China. Anyway, China is not a perfect country, far from it, but it's a pretty good country. It was heavily demonized. Hopefully you have chance to visit China. It's a good country. Here's a hotel room that you can get about $70. It's in Shanghai, and there's a toilet I don't know how to operate. But the main attraction, the part you get your money's worth, is the view. Let's look at the view. Welcome to Shanghai. Okay, it's a basement. That's why you get cheaper price.
I am in rural China right now visiting my grandparents, and I just can't even believe that this is rural China. Because look at the way these houses are built. Like, it feels more suburbia to me. The streets and everything is just so modern, and look at my grandpa just chilling. You know, he's 96 years old, in such great shape. This is my grandma. A queen.
So this is your sign. If you are a Chinese living abroad, when last did you visit your country? And how often do you visit your country? Don't be shocked once you go there. So you should revisit.
I am going back to China to visit for the first time using my Canadian passport this year. And I am in the process of filling out a Chinese visa application. And not gonna lie, it's a very weird feeling, having to apply for a visa to go back home to visit my parents and stuff. And it's also the fact that it's asking about my previous nationality, which is Chinese, and it's asking about my passport, my Chinese identity card. And I know for a fact, like, once I put that in, they're gonna erase that, because China doesn't allow dual citizenship. And it's just, it feels weird, even though I don't go back home often, and I haven't lived in China since like over a decade, almost 2 decades ago. It still feels weird that like my Chinese identity isn't gonna exist anymore in China. And like obviously like some posts about like how to get around that, and like doing other sneaky stuff to like get away with not having your identity deleted in China. But I just feel like my mental health would not benefit from that. Like I would not be able to go and stay calm. Once you go and like apply for the visa like in person, they're gonna ask for your Chinese passport and your ID card. They're gonna cut it, and that's it for you. And like getting the Canadian passport wasn't anything, because I've been living here almost 20 years now, so this is like, well, whatever, like nothing changes. But now that I'm going back home to visit after so many years, and it's a completely new process for me now, and that really is hitting me. Like, wow, I'm a foreigner now. Like, I'm not Chinese anymore, even though I'm Chinese, but I'm not. My friend was telling me like not every hotel allows foreign passports. It's going to be a completely new experience. Anyways, eventually I will get this done, and apparently it doesn't take that long to get the visa. I'm gonna visit my family in Shenzhen, visit my mom in Haikou, and go visit my grandma's cemetery, and maybe plan a trip to Taiwan. Lots of potentials, but first I gotta get the visa done.
So apparently the reason that people are scared to go to China is because of the language barrier, which I can totally understand. It's pretty complicated, and even me being Chinese, my Chinese is not that good. Like, I went last year and it was still pretty hard to talk to the locals, but luckily I came prepared and had a translation app downloaded. This one's specifically good for Chinese because it has a live translation feature, meaning you could say a phrase in English and it would automatically play the Chinese translation. And vice versa, it did the same for Chinese to English. So I found it super helpful when traveling in China and talking to the locals. And this is how it works.
我们怎么去这家餐厅？
So yeah, if you're scared of traveling to China because of the language barrier, don't worry too much because there's a ton of resources out there, including various apps like Kofont. And I'll be sharing more tips on traveling in China, so make sure to save this video and follow for more.
It's almost that time of year where I'm going back to the motherland, aka China. So here are 3 things to know if you plan on visiting China, because it seems like everyone is going there now and the propaganda against them isn't working anymore. Number 1, you should carry around your passport if you're a foreigner, because to get into any entrance or anytime you have to buy a ticket for something, you do need your passport to scan it through. Number 2, if you're taking a bullet train, you have to go through a separate line with your passport where there's a physical person scanning your ticket. So if you're running short on time for a train, you have to know this information. And number 3, no one in China uses cash, and it's really hard for foreigners to get cash. So you have to download Alipay or WeChat to pay for things, and usually Alipay works the best for foreign credit cards.
视频看完了，不知道那些精神上还跪着的公知们作何感想？现在的中国当然不完美，我们也有自己的问题要解决，但我们一直在狂奔，一直在用肉眼可见的速度把那些曾经高高在上的发达神话甩在身后。时代变了，滤镜该碎就让它碎吧。